John Thornton here, allproblogger.com. I know I've been MIA. I haven't been blogging. I haven't posted much stuff. I really haven't gotten any questions from a lot of you guys, but some questions that I've answered, and but not in a mass volume like we usually get. So right now is just a dead time in sports. I mean, you have your baseball fans. Your baseball is going on. It's still early in the season. You have your NBA playoffs going on, which are very exciting. I'm not sure how many people in the Midwest area here are basketball fans, but there's a lot of basketball going on. But I don't usually talk about basketball on here or baseball. It's usually football. I sprinkle in some electronics and do some other things, but it's mainly a football site here. And so with the NFL going through what it's going through, and college football really being a dead period, it's not much to talk about with the NFL strike going on, or NFL lockout, I should say, going on. My thoughts on that quickly, and I usually don't talk about it a lot. I think the NFL Players Association, they're starting to get into that bad territory. Once you get into the June time frame, and you creep to the July time frame, you really, it's going to be a lost season in the sense that if you don't get the proper amount of training for the players, you don't have the right amount of time for the coaches to coach, you're going to have a bad product out there. So I think this upcoming court date, which should be the last one here on June 3rd, I think that's the date, that's going to be important. And hopefully whoever gains leverage there, whether it's the players, whether it's the owners, whoever gains leverage, they need to sit down and really negotiate in good faith. Because if the owners gain leverage and they try to throw a bad deal at the players, if the players back out of it and they don't take that deal and they take this fight closer into the season, it's going to be problems. It's going to be problems for owners and it'll be problems for players. And if players gain leverage, I think they can't hold the owners. They can't try to get everything they can out of the owners because this deal won't get done. The owners will back up. I just think that whoever gains leverage in this next court date, the opposite side, they're going to balk. They're going to just sit back and say, all right, give me a good deal, or their heels are already dug in. So they're going to be in for a fight. So hopefully both sides come together, try their best to get a deal done, because right now I think both sides are going to lose. The players, the longer they don't really negotiate, I think the owners are going to play hardball and vice versa. If the players lose leverage, I think the owners, they have to offer a good deal for the players to sign. A lot of young guys are sacrificing their careers right now. A lot of the guys, the 4-year guys, the 5-year guys, this is their time to get big deals. And they can't get them. And they may not get another big deal. They may not get the opportunity next year. You got to strike it while it's hot. And right now, a lot of guys aren't getting that opportunity. You're going to lose that whole undrafted free agent market. Those guys, even if they're signed in June or July, it's going to be tough for them to make a team because they haven't had the OTAs. They haven't had the 14 or 15, 16 practices before training camp to really be able to compete with the veterans for a job. Most teams are probably going to keep their draft picks, release few veterans because the veterans know the coaches trust the veterans and things like that. So you're going to lose a lot of players in this battle. So that's why I just hope that they really use June as a time to get a deal done, because once it goes into July, things are going to get bad. Another thing is about to happen. College football is about to start up, so I'm going to really start doing some college football stuff. I know the magazines are starting to hit the bookshelves, the rankings and things of that nature. So I'm really big into college football. I watch a lot of college football games, so I'll start posting some things about that. As far as the Bengals, there's not much going on with the Bengals. You hear things here and there, but right now they're just like everybody else. They're waiting. Things are just stagnant around there. I talked to some coaches, talked to some players. The guys are just ready to get started, and so until this lockout is over, it won't be any news. I'm not going to sit here and try to keep breaking down this roster. I think I've done this enough. I think a lot of people have done it enough. I'm not going to start talking about Chad Ochocinco, Rotten Bulls, or Carson Palmer's house selling, or things like that. That's just nonsense. But there's no football news coming out of here. I did hear one thing about the Bengals that when this lockout's over, I heard that they will be trying to upgrade the offensive line. And I know they're going to go after some offensive line help. So that's one of the things I heard a couple of weeks ago that sort of surprised me. I thought they were set with their offensive line. But I heard that they were going after a pretty good player. So I can't say who. I mean, that would be, I can't say who it is, but Bengals fans should know that the Bengals will be still trying to upgrade their roster once their lockout is over. Other than that, things are just slow. Like I said, I'm going to start posting again probably next week. If you have any ideas or if you have any things that you want me to talk about, or I'm going to start the interviews up again as well. If you want me to interview, some players, or I don't know if I can interview coaches, but I'm going to try to bring some people on here to spice it up over the summer, which is usually a dead time. But like I said, if you have any comments or suggestions, you can email me, or you can just leave a comment on any of the posts on the sites, and I'll get them. So sorry I've been MIA. Just been busy, but I will get back to blogging soon. Talk to you later.